All right. Greetings, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. We have some exciting news, and our fall wine club season is kicking off starting tomorrow on Friday. So I thought what I would do is talk about like three or four things here. Want to talk a little bit about the wines, what's new, and some highlights of some of the wines and some of the awards that they've been winning, just so you can kind of think about what you might want to select in this fall selection. I want to talk a little bit about a new partnership that we have, a new fulfillment partner that is offering us quite a few new interesting products and services that I think are going to really augment your wine club membership. And then if there are any questions, logistic questions about how the subscription process works, deadlines, things like that, I'll go through all of that so you're aware. So first on the wine front, we've been very blessed. We've submitted some of our wines in for some ratings. We have one new wine that is going to be showcased this fall. It's the 2019 Zinfandel from our estate vineyards in Dry Creek. The 19 Zinfandel was our typical blend of Zinfandel and Petit Syrah, a field blend, very similar ratios that we've always done every year. But what's amazing is every year, the weather, the climate really has an effect on the wines. And if there's one thing that we're seeing, and we continue to see even this year, is this tendency for these heat spikes to happen near the end of the growing season, which has a couple effects. One is it stresses the vines significantly, and it has two kind of major outcomes for us in winemaking. One is the yields tend to drop down. You tend to lose some of the crop to the heat. You get this dimpling of some of the fruit. A lot of the water evaporates from the grapes as a result of the heat. You get a reduction in the weight that you end up getting from the crop, which is really water loss, but you get an intensification and I think an increased quality of the wine, which is a great outcome. And so less yields we can live with as long as the quality improves, and that seems to be what's been happening these last few years. And that trade-off is really paying dividends in terms of what we've been able to achieve. So that 19 Zinfandel at the Harvest Fair last year, which is the big Sonoma County competition, which is what we believe to be probably the best benchmark because it's Sonoma County wine peers rating Sonoma County wines, and that Zinfandel got a double gold. And for those of you that don't understand what the double gold means, it means gold is an outstanding wine of great character that really stands out and is something you should be highly seeking. Double gold tends to be the category for what they consider to be the absolute best of the best in the crop. And they tend to only give those out very, very rarely to only a couple wines. And usually there's one wine that is best of class, and that's a double gold. And sometimes there's another one or two in the mix. And we were one of very few double golds awarded that year. And our 19 is exceptional. I think it's one of the best Zins we've made to date. So pretty pleased with that. If you didn't get a chance to try the Merlot, the 2019 Merlot in the last shipment, which I think was released in the spring, a lot of people have not been very aware of our Merlot because we really have only made two. The first one we made was from a vineyard in 2018 that we didn't continue with. In 19, we went to a new site, which is up in Dry Creek, amazing clay, red, very, very deep red soils. And that scored a double gold at the San Francisco Chronicle wine competition. Again, another huge feather in our cap. And I must say, out of all the wines that I've made, the 19 Merlot, if I had to list a goal, and the criteria of my goal for Merlot is that it's true to its character, that it's classic Merlot as opposed to Merlot trying to be a cab. It's got great drinkability and ageability. I think it ticks all the boxes. So I'm super pleased and love that 19 Merlot. The 18 Cab Franc from Battle Family and the 18 Cab Sauvignon from the Battle Family, two wines that are in our kind of a very high-end vineyard source, which is where all the best both Napa and Sonoma high-end cabs sourced from the Battle Family vineyards. It's a very exclusive club that we're in, and we were able to get a relationship with the owners and be able to get a dedicated area of the vineyard just for us. And those two both scored gold as well. So we're very pleased with that. Of course, our Carignan is always a favorite of the club, and the 19 Carignan got double gold as well at the San Francisco Chronicle. And the 2018 Cabernet Sauvignon from the Northern Sonoma vineyard that we have, which is a blend of two vineyards, the Andelson Vineyard in Dry Creek and the Rising Star Vineyard in Alexander Valley. Those two AVAs coming together in a blend with a little touch of Cab Franc. That Cab Sav scored gold as well. So a lot of great results and a lot of wines that if you haven't tried some of these, you should be maybe customizing your allocation. Of course, we have a lot of your old favorites still on the list, our Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay, the Viognier in the white category. We don't have a rosé on offer this fall. We sold out of the 20 and we didn't make it in 21, or it didn't quite meet our kind of satisfaction in terms of quality. And partly it's because we've been experimenting with trying to bring in grapes earlier to avoid, fire windows and smoke windows. And it just didn't quite work out the way we wanted in 21. So we don't have a 21 rosé on offer, but all the other wines, the Syrah, the Petit Syrah, the Cabs, the Pinots, the 19 Pinot also is a big fan favorite. That one, I think we scored 90 points on either Wine Enthusiast or Wine Spectator. I forget which one. But that 19 Pinot is a real is a real pleaser. It's very much in the Burgundy style. It's a little more robust and darker than our 18. So if you like a little more edge on your Pinot, this one's a great one to put into your selection. So those are a lot of the wines. Some of the highlights that I think you should be looking for. Our 18s in was also amazing. If you want strawberries in a glass, that's an incredible Zinfandel too. But yeah, we have all the wines, pretty much every category available from previous vintages, as well as some of these new ones that I think you should be looking for specifically. Any questions on the wines? All right. So new news. So we have partnered with a new fulfillment group, which is actually more than a fulfillment provider. It's an outfit called Underground Cellars out of Napa. And Underground Cellars will be providing us and our club members a service called Cloud Cellar Services. So once you order your wine club selections, or anytime you order wine on our website, you will your wine order will be put together and delivered to the Underground Cellars wine warehouse, where it'll be stored for free. It'll be put up on their Cloud Cellar Services platform. You'll get an ID where you'll be able to log in to that wine platform and see your wines that are in your own personalized cellar. And you'll be able to request those wines for delivery and shipping anywhere in the US where it's legal to ship. And they will be shipping for free for orders of 12 bottles or more. And for those of you that don't order the 12 bottles, are not in the Mammoth Club or in the annual Case Club, you can hold your wine until you can accumulate 12 bottles to get the free shipping. You can also buy wines directly from Underground Cellars, who has a number of other wine producers. They have a lot of interesting offers and deals that they offer on a daily basis. So you can accumulate other than Zoe wines to get to your 12 to get to free shipping. But if you just want to have your wine shipped, the other good news is because of their volume, they're able to offer shipping at a far less price than what I was able to do direct with UPS and FedEx in the past. So for example, where I would ship, for example, 6 bottles for $38, they're able to get it closer to $25 as an example of one price point difference. So quite a big savings. So everybody who has been paying for shipping, buying less than 12 bottles, you're going to find your shipping cost will go down significantly, and it can even go to 0 if you choose to accumulate your orders and ship once you get to 12. What a lot of people do at Underground Cellars, they will end up accumulating 2 to 3 cases of wine and then ship 12 at a time and kind of buy and add and then ship in that way. So then the good news is if it's too hot, if you're ordering wine and it's too hot, you don't have to ship it, but they also offer refrigerated shipping as well at a $25 a case air shipping freight if you order a case, which is significantly less than what I was able to offer as well. So good news, free storage, free shipping, or significantly discounted shipping. And on top of that, they provide concierge services to help you procure other wines or wine experiences you might be interested in. They offer a lot of fun games and gimmicks and upgrades and rewards that you're automatically going to be benefiting from. And you can still, of course, procure your Zoe wines as in the past and get all the same access as before. So that's the Underground Cellar story. Any questions about that? Is anybody already a member perhaps of Underground Cellars or have experience with them?
So David, do we set up a separate account for that, or will that roll over from our Zoe account?
Yeah, you'll automatically get an account set up, and you'll be sent an email welcoming you to the club. You can go onto that website. Your shipping, I've asked them to load your shipping details into the account so that you don't have to populate that. But if you want to add other locations to ship wine, you can add multiple addresses to your account and pick and choose where you want the wine to go. So it's up to you to choose where to ship it, when to ship it, and what to ship. And it's a very easy platform and interface to deal with. So it'll all be set up for you automatically.
So David, once we pick the Zoe wine selections that we want, will we then be notified that we can add to it? Then we'll get an opportunity to add to it if we want to. Yeah.
So our club window will start on Friday, September 15th, I guess it is. Yeah, no, or 16th. And we'll have like the 2 weeks to the September 30th for people to do their customizations. Once the club window process ends, I'll be processing anybody who doesn't customize will get the winemaker selections. If you do customize, I tend to run the orders every couple of days, and you'll get a confirmation of your club order, which will show your club discount and exactly what you've ordered. That wine will then I'll be shipping that wine to the Napa Underground Cellars cloud storage warehouse, where it'll be loaded up and it'll be into your system immediately, but physically it'll be there in a couple of days after you order it. And you'll then be able to select to deliver it if you'd like. But immediately upon ordering the wine and customizing your order, you'll be getting an account at Underground Cellars, and you can start adding to your existing Cloud Cellar account immediately upon having that ID set up. So just so you know how it works, they'll send you an email or an offer, or they'll be kicking off a campaign or a game. And the way they work is they'll say, hey, we've got a Zinfandel offer for on average $33 a bottle, and you can buy 3 or 6 or 12 bottles. And what they'll do is they'll give you a mix of Zinfandels, and they usually offer the possibility. It's kind of a random lottery. One of the bottles or all the bottles will tend to be upgraded from what you paid, so you're saving quite a bit on each bottle. But every now and then there'll be like an amazing bottle thrown in that's $200, $300, $400 bottle that just is like wow, or a Magnum or an upgrade in size. And it's just kind of a fun way for them to engage people to buy wine, to try things, and to try to roll the dice and see if they can maybe win one of the prizes that are offered in the offer.
So the shipping of our order from Zoe will be held there until we decide to like basically say, send it to us.
Yep.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's as easy as basically you'll see when you log in, you'll log into your account. There'll be a Cloud Cellar icon. You click on it, and all your wines will be listed there, and you can like put them into your basket and ship. And it'll have your default shipping address there. If that's fine, if that's where you want it to go, you just say ship. And if it's 12 bottles, it'll ship for free. And if it's less than 12 bottles, you'll see they'll give you an option. Of course, they're like, hey, why don't you buy some more wine, and then you get it for free. Or it'll just give you the discounted rate that they're able to provide based on the number of bottles that you order and where it's shipping to.
And David, we'll get notified like every 6 months now, like we do, what you notify us saying, all right, it's time to.
Yep,
To make
that
do your
process
orders, so
remains.
That
Yep.
would mean the same, okay.
That's
So
the
we don't have
same.
to- okay.
The only difference is there's an option for you to wait to collect your wine, or combine it with other things and ship it at a time that's good for you.
Right, so you will be sending them the winemaker's list every 6 months again and then we can go through that whole process, but now doing it through them rather than through you. Okay, cool.
It'll be through me still. Yeah, everything, all your engagement's still with me, but now you have another. You'll have my wine will be stored at that warehouse, and you'll be able to get it from that warehouse rather than me shipping it from my existing warehouse.
Yep, okay, and yeah, saving you a lot of labor and time, I'm sure.
That's a big part of it. And so I was looking to find ways to get a win-win, like save some time and effort for me, but also give the wine club something interesting in return. And better pricing, better shipping, because shipping pricing has been a problem, and it tends to get expensive and has been going up every year. And so I've been trying to get more people to do the case thing, because that's a great way to save money and ship at a discount. But for those that don't want to buy that much wine, I wanted to give them something too. And so a little cut on price was a good win-win. So you'll get an email tomorrow, which kind of describes a little bit of what I just said, but it'll have a link. And for those of you that maybe don't remember, that link takes you to your club page that will allow you to edit your club selections. There's already pre-selected wine that essentially are the wines that I'm, thinking as a great kind of selection for you to have. But you can go in, zero out what you don't want, or add to the list. If you're in a club that's not 12 bottles and you want to buy 12, that's fine too. You still get the same, you get your discount, and you can buy more, but the system won't allow you to select less than whatever level you've picked. That customization order will come to me. I tend to run then, you won't get charged on your credit card till I actually process the order. So I get the order, and then I'll process it in batches over the next 2 weeks, with it ultimately being done by the end of September. As I process, you should be getting an email from Underground Cellars for you to log into your account to see your wine in your account. And then from there, you are in their system and able to take advantage of their program, but you're also able to continue to order wine anytime you want from zoewines.com. And you can email me with any questions or anything that pops up after this call with anything that maybe you forgot to ask anytime. So info@zoewines.com or david@zoewines.com. all come to me. So you can't go wrong that way. Any other questions?
Yeah, Dave, this is Mark. I got a question for you. You always do a great job explaining your wines, and oftentimes you'll say, well, it'll be best to be drink this in this range or whatever. And lo and behold, months will go by and I'll forget your advice or your thoughts along those lines. Is it possible for you to consider maybe adding a note to people's orders for each wine, say best drinkability date range recommended would be such and such?
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. Of course, I want you to drink them all the day that they arrive, and then order some more. That's
Right.
my best advice.
Yeah, not a bad one.
But barring maybe those who aren't able to do that. So what I'll do, this is great. What I can do is I'll post something on the internet on our website, so that I can add to that and update it as and when, because things do change. Like I'll crack open a bottle, and last time I tried it, I thought it wasn't ready, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, now it's ready. So this way I can update it and not have to worry about mailing out another update to everybody. But you can always find where the wines are on our webpage. So I'll put that up, and you'll find it in the About section on our website. So there'll be I'll put a special page there about the wines, and then you can then click on that and you'll see each wine that's out there and kind of what my thoughts are.
That'd be great. Thanks.
Good suggestion. Thanks. All right. Well, thanks everybody. And I look forward to sharing some of these wines with you all. Just one other aside, we still do virtual get-togethers. I still can do physical get-togethers. So I'm trying to get out and traveling and doing events at various places. So for those of you not kind of in the Northern California normal area where a lot of these events take place, if you have an idea, selfishly, if you can invite friends that you think might be interested in becoming wine club members, and you want to do an event with me, I've been coming out and doing that with wine club members, and it ends up being a fun time. I donate the wine. I show up, we do a little wine tasting. We usually kind of put our heads together around some food to go with it. And we hold an event and try to share and enjoy the wines, and then hopefully win over some more hearts and minds of fellow wine lovers out there that may not have been exposed to us in the past. So just something to think about if you have corporate ideas. It's also gift time of the year. So if you're thinking about giving wine as a gift, or if your company does that, drop me an email. We can do some volume discounts, and we can also do some co-branding, meaning putting some logos on bottles to give to clients or customers as gifts, or even friends and family. So we do this every year, and it's a big hit. But the earlier you can plan for this, the better, because it gets to be crunch time. So the sooner we can hear ideas around this front, the better. So gifts is one great idea, but also these events are also something to put in the back of your mind. If you think you have something interesting, drop me a line and we can talk about the details. All right. Thanks everybody, and enjoy the weekend. Hopefully we'll get a Packer and a Badger win, especially against the Bears. Is it the Bears this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm still suffering from the Viking loss, but at least a lot of my fantasy players are Vikings. So I had an amazing score this weekend. So I can't complain too much.
Yeah, well, but when it seems like when the Badgers lose, the Packers lose. So hopefully the Packers and the Badgers both will win, and the Brewers still have a shot at the playoffs. So we got a lot to cheer for. We Wisconsin people.
Exactly. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Right,
Sorry
David,
for the
see ya.
Wisconsin centric for those of you in other parts of the country.
Thank you.
But you gotta comes with the package. All right. Take care, everybody.
See you, David.
Bye-bye.